Hello, everybody. All right, this video is for all of the parents. As you know, next week we are going to be doing our testing for first quarter. As you also know, I do not call it testing for the students. The word test causes anxiety in both kids and adults, so I don't call it that. I just say, you're going to tell me what you've learned so far. It seems to work inside of my classroom where they don't get nervous. What I do see is if somebody tells them it's a test, such as at home, parents or siblings, somebody tells them it's a test and it's so important and you better do a good job, then the anxiety comes in and they're very nervous and then they don't do well on the test. So let's not do that to them. Let's just make it very comfortable for them, okay? So what's going to happen is on the day and time of your child's test, please log in to the same link on Zoom that you log into when we do our Zoom weekly meetings. I will see your child in the waiting room or the name. Please text me if your child's name is not on it or if you're using a different device because I won't let you in at your time. I will just wait. I will also text you and say, hey, are you ready to have your Zoom meeting? But if your child's name is Sarah and you're going in under grandpa's name or something, just text me real quick. Hey, we're in the waiting room and I'm under so-and-so's name, and that will be perfectly fine. And then when it's your turn, because sometimes these tests take a little bit longer, it might run longer into other times. That's how come I'm gonna have you wait in a waiting room like I do now. And then I will have the student come in. The very first thing I'm gonna do is just have a chit chat with them. Hey, how you doing? How's life? How's everything with school? Do you enjoy it? What'd you do this weekend? Or what'd you do yesterday? Or what'd you have for breakfast? Because I want them to be comfortable with me. The same thing that I do when we do our Zoom meetings, the same thing I'm doing this week before we do our review. I just want to chit chat with them and make them comfortable with me, especially at this time because we're on the video cameras. So that will be the first thing. After that, I will be taking, I'm trying to get it up here, a card just like this that has all of the information, just like I gave you, only it has the item individual, and I will just ask them, what number, what color, what shape, what letter, and what letter sound does this make? On my end, I'm going to tell them great job no matter what. If they get it right, if they get it wrong, I'm going to say great job because they attempted to do it. You, at another time, your parent conference the next week, I will let you know how your child scored. And the only thing that we are concerned about is just me knowing what I need to reteach to the student. That's all this is about. This is not about whether they know it or not. It really isn't. They're 4 years old and they will get it for the rest of the school year and they'll get it again when they go into kindergarten. This is more about me finding out as a teacher what else I need to do to reteach the elements that they're not getting. Out of 21 students, if I have a majority of students that don't know a certain letter, perfect. That's easy. That's lessons that I can pick up real quick and do it again. If I have 1 or 2 students that's missing something, then I will do individual lessons for those students, okay? So I have all of my note cards that have individual things on them. And then after they do that, I will ask them, okay, please count for me. We practiced it this week. Please make sure you're practicing with them at home by your guys' self. And then after that, the rest of their score will be based on the work that you're turning in. So I'll be looking at their cutting. Yes, I know whether an adult or a student cut it. I will be looking at their gluing. Yes, I know whether the adult or the student knew how to glue it. I will be looking at their coloring. I will be looking at their tracing. I will be looking to see how they're writing, if they're following my instructions, and I will be grading them on if they're listening during Zoom. These are all things that they would be doing in my class, and I meet with them weekly, and I am able to tell off of an 8-week period. So it's not a one-time period. It's after 8 weeks, what have I seen in this student? If I have any questions, I obviously will text you guys or give you guys a phone call to ask you, I noticed this or I noticed that. But for the most part, I will base it off of either the flashcards that I will flash in front of them or the work that you guys are turning in. Also, our report cards in TK look a little bit different. They actually look different in kindergarten as well. So traditional grades are A, B, C, D, or an F. In kindergarten, they don't do that. And in TK, we don't do that. In TK, we do 3 grades. We do P, E, and D. Proficient, so meaning like they know everything I've taught and way beyond. Exceeds, way beyond. Or developing, D for developing, which they're 4. And they're just learning these things, which most of you are going to see a D for developing. They are developing their skills. They're learning their skills. That's all that means. All right. So that's what the report cards are going to look like. If I need any notes on the report card, I will put it on there so that you will know. And then we will meet the following week during parent conferences, and we will go over everything. You can let me know what you see, what you don't see, because obviously you guys are with your kids all day long, and you're with them when they're doing their work, and I get a snippet every week of it. So we will go from there. Okay, parent conferences, I will be texting everybody to ask you guys. Now, parent conferences are on one day, Thursday, the 22nd of October. The time is from 7:30 to 1 o'clock. Yes, I work until 1:25, but it takes, some time to be able to talk to you. So that's my grace period, because I have students, or I have kids of my own, and I also have to do conferences with their teachers. So 7:30 to 1 o'clock. And I will be texting you guys to ask you what time works best. Now, I have 21 parents that I have to get in within that time. So it's about a 10-minute session. If we need longer than that, then we'll have to do the 10 minutes and then reschedule for a different day. So don't worry about that. But as of Thursday, the 22nd, it's a 10-minute conference. It's on Zoom, and then it's your kids do not need to be there. It will just be me on my end, and then whatever parents you want, whatever adult you want on the other end. If you want your child to be there, that's fine. I will not be addressing the children though on that day. This is between me and the parents, letting you know what I've noticed or what we need to work on. And then I also would like your feedback to let me know what you notice and what you feel needs to be worked on. Okay? So if you have any questions after you watch this video, please text me or email me. Of course, text is always the quickest one. You could also call the school and ask to call into my classroom, as long as you do it before 1 o'clock, because I will be leaving by then. And if there's nothing else, then I look forward to seeing how everybody is doing. We'll see you later. Bye.